He'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. On play action, Winston. There's Chris Olave. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells their offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas, let's keep it going.
That one goes for 30 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Again, it's Winston. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Parkey with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. In motion, Hill. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The numbers for him from a week ago. 20 carries, 119 yards, and the score.
And the way they ran the ball last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. The Dolphins at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Tua. It's caught. Beckham. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. In motion left is Beckham. Tua now on 1st down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
41 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Here's a give up the middle. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Winston. Being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw, Winston. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go play action. Winston.
The pass caught by Olave. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Play fake. Winston.
A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
To the air again with Winston.
Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Winston.
Tries the left side and finds Olave.
Touchdown!
Chris Olave. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints have moved out in front. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. It's caught by OBJ. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 3rd down. Beckham goes in motion left. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He is going to find Hill here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And he's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Beckham will go in motion right. From the 39, Tua. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. In motion left is Beckham. On 2nd down and 4. Tua. Finding Beckham near the sideline for the completion. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's a give up the middle. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Second down and goal. Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Odell Beckham. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Third and short yardage. Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Right back to him on first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
Throwing throwing on 2nd and 14. Tua. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. 3rd down here.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Throwing, Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll send Beckham in motion right. On 2nd and 7, Tua, middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And quickly they get to the line. Beckham goes in motion left. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That one complete to Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. In motion left is Beckham. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 36, Tua to Jefferson on the slant. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Tua. The quick slant caught. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there, with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. It takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Winston now. That's complete to Troutman right side. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Winston. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Beckham goes in motion left. From the 36, Tua. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Tua. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Defensively missed.
Accomplish, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Beckham will go in motion right. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And that's into the hands of Gesicki. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. First down now, but that clock rolling. Tagovailoa. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Tua. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's a give up the middle. Taken down by Pete Werner.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Tua to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game.
His kick here is good. And it'll be a good time in South Beach tonight. The Dolphins have won the game.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for the Dolphins, they move a step closer to 500.